because that has the amazing side effect after years of programming of making the dorks shut up, even though we don't do that anymore. And haven't for a long time. As soon as I hit record, everyone goes, shh.
But you beat it into us. You're like, all right, shut up. I'm going to start recording. And we're all like, all right. Okay. Pavlov would be proud.
He would. Oh, and Mike, tell Ashley anytime she wants to talk about smoothies, she can feel free to message me.
Okay.
Or y'all could, come back over.
Yes.
I would say, or we could go out to eat, but I'm still not doing that, so. Ow. I hurt my knee playing pistol whip.
Dang.
Like, I had a delivery to a third floor apartment today, and going up the stairs was fine, but coming back down, I was like, oh. It's been a problem. I was getting shot at, and I went to dodge the bullets, and I came down on my knee wrong. I realized I never explained that earlier when I mentioned it. I came down on my knee wrong and went, oh, and then I had to stop playing pistol whip because dodging was painful.
Sounds like.
Yeah, and that was on Saturday, and my knee is still not in 100%, so that's not good. But hey, that's almost 2 minutes of recording, so surely the audio has started now, so we can start the show. Donovan Bain said, if dodging is more painful than not dodging, something's usually wrong. Right? Okay, here we go. Ow, jam. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mana Pool. This is episode 643. Wait, really? Of the Mana Pool? Is that right? I think I put 634 in the Twitch description, but oh well, whatever. No one reads Twitch descriptions. I did put 634. Whoops. There we go. It's 600 and something. At this point, numbers don't matter. It's like, whose line is it anyway, where everything is made up and the number doesn't matter. But I'm Chewy. I am the Drew Carey of this show. Or the Clive... What was his name? Clive Anderson? If you're old school and watched it on Comedy Central, like I did.
Let's say yes.
We'll go with yes. But I've got all these other dorks here who are also not improv people. So, hey, dorks, what's up?
Hey, I'm Brian. I'm the lead rambler, tangent master of the group. And I got to admit, especially when I was in high school, I really did enjoy improv. And part of the process that I loved the most was when they were asking for random stuff, and I loved to give them the most random stuff. Gee, I bet you couldn't guess that about my personality at all.
I'm Mike. I'm the rules guy and the game lore guy. And let's see, I was in a drama club for a little while in middle school. We did some improv exercises during like warm-ups and stuff, but mostly we just stuck to, script.
I'm Dirk, the self-proclaimed greenest man alive and moral compass of the group. And my favorite skit of all time is the one where it's
I know
who's the jazzer the workout guy who has the Richard Simmons. When Richard Simmons did one with the guys and made one of them cry.
Yeah, he just kept tormenting Wayne Brady the whole time.
It's like, yes, they're gonna be on. He just, it was the most amazing sketch ever.
They just kept bringing him back. It's like, oh, we have a special guest today, Richard Simmons. Like, sketch after sketch after sketch. He just kept tormenting poor Wayne Brady. It was amazing.
Yeah, Wayne Brady, that was just That was just, I mean, I just remember at the end of it that Wayne Brady went to his seat and like sucked on his thumb and went into the fetal position. And the other one was over there like, I'm so happy. Because he was laughing so hard. The whole skit.
I'm going to have to look this up.
It is amazing.
It's a very good episode.
Because I have no idea what in the blue hell y'all are talking about. So, this has been the end of Whose Line Is It Anyway cast. Let's do this podcast now.
My grandmother caught in the rain. Go. Oh, dang it.
What? So...
I was just...
All right, I'm just going to pull... Here's the card image gallery. Let's just talk about stuff. So, apparently, last week we almost... The full set is out now because, it's on Arena now. And the full set is up. And last week we missed a few pieces of cycles, apparently. It's like we did... Did we get the White March? We covered the others.
We didn't do the blue one, but the blue one wasn't up yet.
Well, yeah, when I say we missed them, it's because they weren't there. So we did do the White March. Yeah, I think the Blue March is the only one we missed.
I agree.
So it's March of Swirling Mist. For X and a blue, a rare instant. And this is the cycle where, as an additional cost, you can exile any number of the appropriately colored cards from your hand, and the spell costs 2 less for each card you exiled this way. So X and a blue, if you discard a blue spell, then essentially you get a free 2 for X. And the what the card actually does is up to X target creatures phase out, which as an instant seems pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can really mess up combat like a lot.
Yeah, that's a really powerful, aggressive card.
Yeah. And you think it's also great in response to like a sweeper. So, yeah, this has a lot of application, and you can do it to your stuff or to their stuff or anything.
Apparently, Dirk went to find that episode on YouTube and has now dropped it in the Discord for me. Thanks, buddy, or in our Discord chat. That is.
Do what I can for you.
Huh. All right, I'll watch that some other time. So, yeah, that's March of Swirling Mist, which, yeah, seems really freaking good.
Okay.
So there were other cycles that we missed a piece of. We missed at least a couple of Goshintais.
I know we missed the blue one.
We got the white one because I recognize that. Okay, what's the blue one do?
Goshintai of Lost Wisdom.
Ooh.
1 in a blue. It's blah 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 shrine. Uncommon 0/4 with flying. At the beginning of your instep, you may pay 1. When you do, target player mills X cards where X is the number of shrines you control.
Ooh. I can see that being an uncommon build around me in what is this set? Draft. That's the word I was trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Dang.
Trippy
What the
picture, too.
hell is... Yeah, I was going to say, what the hell is going on in that art?
It's like an origami flock of birds around a paper human that's upside down.
With a hole in its face.
Connected to a house that's floating in between it and the ground.
You know what we haven't done in a long time is a Sam quiz. 'Cause that's what this reminds me of.
So that's trippy. Okay, let's check the other Goshintais. Hidden Cruelty. We did that.
That one, yeah. Because in Limited, that feels really potentially strong.
I know we did the red one. Was the green one up yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Okay.
Was it? All right.
Is there a Is there a multicolored Goshen tie?
That's a good question.
Thought I saw
N-
dragons
Facebook.
also, right?
not in the G's.
Yeah, there's not a Goshentai. There is a. I thought there was
Is
a
there?
multicolored shrine.
Okay, yeah, I thought I saw something on Facebook the other day.
Oh no, wait! It's a white one. That's got a 5-color activated ability, because commander players.
Oh, is it in? Is it from? Is it a special card from the commander decks?
I don't think so.
I don't remember seeing it in the white section when I was reading this stuff.
Oh wait, no, that was the dragon spear. That was Kyodai
Yeah.
that I'm thinking of. Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Maybe chat knows. I've accidentally lost chat. Nope, chat doesn't know. Or chat hasn't said anything. I could have sworn there was a shrine thing. Maybe that is in the commander cards, which I'm guessing we'll get to next week.
So is there a weapon in each of the colors?
I think there are multiple weapons in each color.
Yeah, there's multiple equipment in each of the colors.
Yeah.
Oh
Some
yeah,
of them
we were gonna
regular
do the
equipment,
head.
Some of them the reinforced ones.
Well, where was the
Yeah.
head?
The head was in red.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is, the ogre head helm. All right, somebody read that.
Okay.
Oh.
So, Mike, were you gonna take that? You start to clear your throat.
Yes, I will.
All right, go ahead.
All right, the ogre head helm. For 1 in a red, it's a 2/2 artifact creature equipment ogre. It's rare. So it's a 2/2, and the equipped creature gets +2/+2. And then whenever it has a reconfigured cost of 3. Whenever ogre head helm or the equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. If you do, discard your hand, then draw 3 cards.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good old fashioned red, just rummaging sort of, but more like a Wheel of Fortune kind, right? So,
Yes.
yeah. All this terminology.
I guess
Yeah.
a rummage is like a very tiny Wheel of Fortune.
Pretty much.
No Sajak?
No.
Okay.
And definitely no Vanna.
Oh.
I think Brian needs to do Rabbit Battery.
Oh yeah, this one was requested that we do.
All right, so Rabbit Battery. Oh, this thing, yeah. This was up last time and we just didn't get to it. But the art is pretty awesome because it is exactly what it sounds like. So for a single red, it's a 1/1 artifact creature equipment rabbit. So it's got that reconfigure. Its reconfigured cost is only a single red. The rabbit battery as a creature has haste, and the equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has haste. This may be one of the better
Wow.
reconfigures because that just seems pretty good to me. Does that seem pretty good to anybody else?
That seems
I
pretty
feel
good.
like that's a that's
I
I
like
feel
that a
like that's a pretty good cost. Yeah.
And it keeps going and going and going and going.
I didn't even think about that.
Really? How
Huh?
could you not? Oh, because it doesn't have a
I-
drum, I guess. If there was a drum in the artwork, that would be a bit much. Like, the thing I don't get about this is, oh, okay, chat says the 5-color Shrine Commander is in Commander. Got it. But yeah, the thing I don't get about this set is they just leaned hard into just pop culture nonsense. Like, we've got Ninja Turtles, and we've got the Energizer Bunny, and we've got Star Fox, and we've got, like, a bunch of anime references.
I mean, why not have a bunch of anime and TV references
I mean,
and video games and whatnot?
like, you'd think that... So, in every other thematic set, where, hey, Jay Spencer, thank you for the 16-month resub. Jay Spencer's currently 4-0 in his draft. Earlier, he said, I'm 1-0. I'm thinking of retiring undefeated. But now he's 4-0, so good job. And he said, Tanuki is a good raccoon dog. Yes. Yes, it is.
But how does it fly?
Oh, hey, look, Mike resub, too. For a 21-month streak. That's 23 in a row. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
But yeah, for all of the other like sets that are thematic, like the Greek god theme set, there was a bunch of Greek god theme things, and for the storybook world set, there are a lot of storybook references, and for this like modern or like cyberpunk Japan set, it's just pop culture nonsense.
Yeah, modern, near future Japan.
Not so much with the Japanese references, unless it's anime, which just strikes me as weird. That they just decided this is the one where we'll just have a party. Screw it.
Okay, I get more of your point.
Yeah.
So I don't think we did the invokes last time. We did the marches, but I don't think we did the invokes. And because I don't think all of them were out. And I'm trying to remember if we even did. Did we do some of them? Yeah, we did do some because we did the white one.
Yeah, no, we did the white one.
And we did the blue one.
Yeah, because they all had cool names. I think the green one was the only one we missed. Despair, Calamity. Yeah, the green one we didn't have, which is the Ancients.
Yeah. So what's that do?
I don't know. Somebody tell me what that does.
What's the name of it?
Invoke
the Ancients. And it's really green. It's like a whole lot of green.
There it is. Okay. So for 1 and 4 green, it's a sorcery that's rare, and create 2 4/5 green spirit creature tokens. For each of them, put your choice of a vigilance counter, a reach counter, or a trample counter on it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. That's got some versatility to it.
I still say that the blue one got shafted for the name. Invoke Calamity, invoke Justice, invoke Despair, invoke the Ancients, invoke the Winds.
Sure, they're very nice winds.
This wind blows. Can I say that on the show?
You can.
Let's see what else.
But I like this one.
Yeah, it's. I mean, what is that? 5 mana for 2 4/5s.
That you can decide what it does.
Yeah. Seems pretty good in heavy green. And terrible in anything else.
Amen.
Invoke the Gales? I mean, it just seems like there's a concept they could have gone with over
Invoke
winds.
the Mist.
You're really hung up on that.
It bothers me because all the other names are so neat. And then Invoke the Winds. Okay.
I was just glancing through here earlier, and I saw a really interesting equipment.
Okay, what was it?
It's actually, believe it or not,
I don't.
in colorless. So, it is the Eater of Virtue. For a single colorless, it is a legendary artifact equipment. It has a equip cost of just
not colorless. For a single mana.
of 1 generic mana. Yeah, sorry. It has an equip cost of 1 generic mana. The equipped creature gets +2/+0. However, when the equipped creature dies, exile it. And you're like, huh, okay. But equipped creature gets +2/+0 as long as a card exiled with either virtue has flying, equipped creature has flying. The same is true for first strike, double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, protection, reach, trample, and vigilance.
You got through it.
That's a whole lot of stuff, yo.
Yeah, it's a weird card. You just slap it on a chroma and have it die, and then go, yes. Now you've got an Acroma sword. It seems like a real pain in the ass to make work, though. Like, it's a neat concept. A sword that essentially destroys or absorbs the soul of its users. Not the people that it kills, the people that use it. So, like, flavorfully, it's awesome, but actually, using it seems more trouble than it's worth? Is that just me?
I don't know.
Just stick it on. Yeah, I would you just be aggressive with whatever it's on, and if or when it dies, you just put it on the next thing. And just keep going.
Yeah, it's a really cheap equip cost. So after you collect the first ability, it's like, hey, this is a nice equipment.
Oh god, it is just 1 and 1, isn't it?
And after you collect the second ability, it's like, wow, this is a great equipment.
Yeah, right.
It's not, yeah, I mean, you don't have to rack up all of them in order to get a good deal. It's really cool that it gives you so many things that it's possible to get, so it shouldn't take a ton of trouble to get to and be like, this rules.
Especially, playing it with the creatures that are going to then start to give it stacked abilities. Like, just haste by itself. Turn 1, play the rabbit engine. Turn 2, slap an eater or virtue on it, and then start swinging for 3. And if they kill the rabbit, then this now has equipped creature gets +2/+0 and haste.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, that's not awful at all.
and I mean, that's not Magical Christmas Land. That's just like a pretty good turn 1, turn 2.
Oh, hey, Mike, you weren't here last week. Have you seen Mech Titan Core?
I think that is another one that I saw on Facebook, but let's look at it again. Because I can't remember all the nutty things it does. Mech Titan Core. Okay. So it's a vehicle, cost 2, cruise for 2, it's a 2/4, but A5. Exile Mech Titan Core and 4 other artifact creatures and or vehicles you control. Yep, total of 5. There's the reference. Create Mech Titan, a legendary 10/10 construct artifact creature token with flying, vigilance, trample, lifelink, and haste. That's all colors. When that token leaves the battlefield, oh cool, return all cards exiled with Mech Titan Core except Mech Titan Core to the battlefield tapped under their owner's control.
Yeah. We talked about it last week and it made me happy.
Yeah, at least it has to be artifact creatures and vehicles. It's just like, I'm going to exile my treasures. Now I have a Mech Titan. Yeah, I'm glad we don't have that. That's really fun. It's really hard to do, but the payoff is worth the difficulty, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what we said last time. That's just really cool. Some of those cards you just appreciate that it exists because, yeah.
And the Mech Titan token is also pretty sweet, which I don't. There you go. In case you guys want to check, that's what I've got on the screen right now.
Okay. I don't think I've seen the tokens yet.
Well, that would be because the article was just posted today.
Ah.
Yeah, these tokens are, of course, as always, very pretty. samurai, a ninja that can't be blocked, a samurai with vigilance, a ninja that can't be blocked, a 1/1 rat rogue. No abilities for you, nerd. A 2/2 spirit with menace and red, a monk that taps for green mana and green, a legendary frog, which we'll have to go find what makes that, because that's a cool card, a construct, a spirit, a construct, a 3/1 construct with haste, a 4/5 spirit, that's the ancients, the mech titan, treasure.
Oh man, check out all that majesty on the Mech Titan there.
Right? A pilot that's a 1/1 that has the pilot thing of crewing vehicles as though its power were 2 greater. That's pretty neat. The 5/5 flying dragon spirit. A spirit with star. I think that's what... There's one that makes that where the stars are the number of lands you control. I think we talked about that last week. Tomio's notebook, which is busted.
Well, it's also a limit break, so I think it's allowed to be busted.
The Goblin Shaman is pretty sick. A 2/2 token creature that when it attacks, create a treasure. What?
Wow.
Something in the commander set makes shrine token enchantment creatures.
Oh,
that's
wow.
not insane at all.
Oh, that's sick.
So yeah, these are pretty cool and very pretty. I really love the art on the ninja token. I'm not gonna lie. But okay, back to the cards.
Mike, real quick.
Yeah, Mike, with your face.
Since you weren't here last time, what is your favorite of the dragons?
My favorite of the dragons, I think I've seen them all, but I think I saw the blue one for the first time today. And that was, oh look, the green dragon makes an XX spirit token.
It is number of lands, right?
Yeah, lands you control.
Yeah.
But it says XX, not star. That's weird. Anyway, I saw the blue one for the first time today, and I was really impressed.
It is pretty good.
Yeah, especially having Ward 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, chat, what makes the giant frog? Or the legendary frog? I can't remember.
It's a legendary black creature.
It's a black
Near the
creature?
end of the list, I think. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I would have lost that one. Oh yeah, Tatsunari Toad Rider. So for 2 and a black, it's a legendary human ninja who's rare. It says whenever... Oh, and I'd lost chat again. Thank you, Jay Spencer. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, if you don't control a creature named... I don't know how to say that. Kami?
Probably.
I think we'll go with Kami. Or Kermit. Then you create Kami, a legendary 3/3 black and green frog creature token with, whenever you cast an enchantment spell, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. So, it's a 3/3 for 3, and then whenever you cast an enchantment, you get another 3/3 that has this neat ability that'll happen when you cast your next enchantment spell. And then for 1 and a green-blue hybrid, Tatsunari Toad Rider, and target frog you control can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with flying or reach. Because, get it? The frog hops.
It does.
Like, that's been... But it doesn't actually gain flying. But it's been a mechanic since the very first Magic cards printed with Jump, where something gains flying until end of turn. And it makes me happy that it's literally just a frog that jumps with a dude on its back. Oh, so it is Kami. Damn, I'm good.
Guy. Did we? I don't think we talked about the other legendary rat dude last time.
The one in multicolored?
Nashi, Moon Sage's scion.
What color is that?
It's in black.
Oh.
Because he's a rat ninja. So, in the story, which we've all talked about a little bit, our either dissatisfaction or otherwise just, reaction to Tomio and what happens to her. And clearly it's kind of what the developers were going for because they wanted to have a big impact. In the story, we meet a young Nezumi who was actually traumatized by Tezzeret earlier in his life. And it turns out Tomio has basically adopted him. And they are clearly supposed to represent, a family unit. She says he's my son, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna go help these guys. I'll be back later. Just stay out of trouble. He's like, okay, mom. And then she never comes back because Phyrexians. So I kind of feel like they introduced the character here to be like, oh look, she has a family unit. Yay. But anyway, so this guy, for 1 a black and a black, is a 3/2 legendary rat ninja. It has an ninjutsu of 3 and a black, and you always pay attention when the ninjutsu cost is higher than their converted mana cost, because it tells you it's really worth it to sneak them out. Whenever Nashi deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of each player's library. Until end of turn, you may play one of those cards. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than paying its mana cost.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Don't mind if I do. Get some free stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
You guys looked at the new sagas?
Oh yeah, that's the thing we completely didn't do at all last week. Good lord, the set's too big. All right, the sagas. Nope, no, that's lands. Keep scrolling. There we go. Yeah. Last week we completely didn't even make it this far down. So all of the sagas are sagas on one side, and then enchantment creatures on the other side, right?
Yes.
Which is very strange, but they're common sagas now. So I guess these are stories that everyone knows.
That's around the campfire. Yep.
Yeah.
And so that you can have what do they call the as fan? Like just, you can tell that this is a really big theme in the set.
Sure.
Yeah.
So why do you ask, Dirk? Did you have one in particular you wanted to read?
Oh, I was ones we can discuss and everything, but one of the ones, Jugan Defends the Temple, is a mythic. So that one is for 2 and a green. It's an enchantment saga. So at the first part of it, or first stage of the saga, create a 1/1 green human monk creature token with tap, add green.
Hey, we saw that in the tokens.
All right, second part of the saga. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. And then the third is exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control, and it transforms into Remnant of the Rising Star, which is a 2/2 Dragon Spirit. With flying, when another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay X. When you do, put X +1/+1 counters on that creature. As long as you control 5 or more modified creatures, Remnant of the Rising Star gets +5/+5 and has trample.
Jesus. Well, that's a neat little thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully
I'd
you
say that's
still have
probably
at least hopefully you still have at least 2 modified creatures from the second chapter on the first side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that aren't old, Jugan was the green dragon in the original cycle.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I forget, did we do either of these golden ones back in the day?
Yeah, we did the Kami War. Because that turns into the other Dragon Spirit.
Oh yeah, that turns into Okagachi.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we not do Hidatsugu Consumes All?
No.
We did not.
Oh.
No, I'm not sure. I thought we talked about Hitsugu for some reason. I guess we
Well, there's a
we talked
Hidatsugu
about-
card earlier.
We talked about him. We talked about the creature. I don't think we talked
Okay.
about the saga.
This feels like a Mike card for some reason.
Okay. For 1, a black and a red. It's a mythic saga. Chapter 1. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. Okay. Chapter 2. Exile all graveyards. Right.
Never mind, it's not a Mike card.
Well, if it messes with something that someone else is doing, I'm willing to stoop to that level. Chapter 3, do the exile and come back transformed thing, and it comes back as Vessel of the All-Consuming. It's an enchantment creature, an ogre shaman. It's a 3/3 with trample, and whenever it deals damage of any kind, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever Vessel of the All-Consuming deals damage to a player, if it has dealt 10 or more damage to that player this turn, they lose the game.
That's such a weird card.
But it's such a great callback.
It is. Yeah, to the original version. But yeah, that's really trippy. And so hard to get there. Although I guess with equipment and whatnot, it's not that hard to get there. All the reconfigure stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, you can come up with something.
But as soon as this thing manages to hit a player for 10, they're just dead.
They took 10 commander damage.
That is a thing that happened, yes.
But instead, what is it? Is it 10 that you lose the game, or was it 20?
It's 21.
It's 21, yeah.
It's 21.
Well, in this game, it's 10. But only if he's the one doing it.
So there's the Fable of the Mirror Breaker up in red. Which makes some people happy. Yeah.
Kikijiki reference?
So for 2 in a red, it's a rare saga. Chapter 1, you create a 2/2 red Goblin Shaman creature token with, whenever this creature attacks, create a treasure token. Ah, okay, that's where that came from.
Cool.
Chapter 2, you may discard up to 2 cards. If you do, draw that many cards. Okay.
Nice.
And then Chapter 3, it transforms into Reflection of Kikijiki, which is a 2/2 enchantment Goblin Shaman creature thing. And you can pay 1 and tap to create a token that's a copy of another target non-legendary creature you control, except it has haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So it's a slightly depowered Kikijiki that has was it somebody in the Discord said like suspend of 2. Just without the haste. So more like
Yeah,
suspend
that's
of
something
3.
that I found interesting about all these sagas, about how, unlike suspend, they didn't give haste when they came back as creatures.
And I think that's on purpose because they exile. Instead of just transforming, they go away and come back.
Yeah.
Right.
So...
Well, also, if they just transformed on the battlefield, then they would still have the lore counters on them, which would just be kind of confusing.
That is true, yeah. Well, I mean, they could have said remove all lore counters and transform this.
Yes, they could have.
But I guess they didn't want these to have haste. So the easiest way to do that is to have them enter the battlefield.
Yeah. And that lets them make the creature on the back cooler if they don't have to give it haste.
Yeah, like if this had haste, this would just be insane.
Yeah.
I really love how these sagas are references to the old set. Like the fall of Lord Konda, Michiko's reign of truth. Well, and the interim in between the old set, the old Kamigawa and the new one, the restoration of Aganjo. Behold the unspeakable. Remember the unspeakable?
Yes.
The life of Toshiro Umezawa. The long reach of night. That's the Night's Reach.
The Myosian, yeah.
Myosian of Night's
Reach. And we were called out on this in the last one. It's Myosian.
Oh,
is it?
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, I don't think he was calling us out. It was Chifuji. But he's like, it doesn't have 3 syllables. And I was like, oh, is it like Ryu? He said, yes. I'm like, okay. Because, in the 90s, we all said Ryu because we didn't know any different. But now we know it's Ryu. So it's essentially 1 syllable. And that's how the MYO is in that. So it's not Myojin, it's Myojin.
We're from the American South. Myojin.
Myojin. You're lucky it doesn't have 4 syllables because Jan is totally 2 syllables.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on if it's from another culture, it has to have more than its fair share of syllables.
Yeah, that is the way of the South, as much as we hate it.
Southern words, on the other hand, definitely have fewer syllables than they should have.
It depends.
Like oil is old.
Ol. Unless you're a Southern Baptist preacher, and then it's oyola. Like
for enunciation purposes.
Anyway. Okay, where were we? Yeah, so that's the long reach of night. We've got tribute to Hirobi, which is, you remember Hirobi? Hirobi whispered.
Whale. Yeah.
There's Kamano faces Kakazan. I don't know what Kakazan is, but Kamano was the red monk who had the neat pinging ability in the old
he was
set.
The master of the Yamabushi, yeah.
That's the one, yeah. I really dig Azusa's mini journeys. What? Teachings of the Kirin? You remember the Kirin? They were a thing.
I do remember the Kirin. We got one now, and it turned something into a Platinum Angel.
That's a fake Kirin, though, because it's a so it's an artifact. And Tales of Master Sashiro. You remember Sashiro? I completely forgot about basically all of the legendary snake people.
There is a multicolored Kirin.
Oh, there is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hinata Dawn crowned.
That's a colorless. Oh my god, this set's too big. What is it?
It's gold.
Yeah, Hinata. There we go.
Hinata.
Hinata.
So for 1 blue, red, white, It's a 4/4 legendary creature, Kieran Spirit, that's rare, has flying and trample. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each target. Spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast for each target.
Oh, it's like a multicolored Praetor. Huh. Well, that's neat.
That's great.
Also, that means any X spells that do X to like X different targets are super cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
So, how much does Kaboom cost?
Kaboom costs
5.
4 and a red.
5? Yeah.
So, if you target 4 of us, does it just cost 1?
I don't think it targets.
Oh, that's... It just... it says all opponents. It doesn't target?
I don't know. I'm looking.
Okay.
Kaboom says choose any number of target players or planeswalkers. Holy crap, it does.
Cool.
Yeah, check it out.
If you want to make it cheaper, you just pick more people.
Yeah, it says choose any number of target players or planeswalkers. Yeah, I just assumed that it was all opponents, but it is not.
Oh, that's right. I didn't know that Kaboom can hit Planeswalkers now. That card is awesome.
Wow, that card is awesome. Reprint Kaboom, please. Oh, let's see. There was another card in gold, Grease Fang, that we were supposed to talk about. Because apparently there's a Nezumi biker gang like sub-theme going on here.
I like it.
Or something in the set. Well, tell us about Grease Fang then, Mike.
Okay. Grease Fang, the Okiba boss. Yep, I remember the Okiba gang from original Kamigawa.
Yeah.
For 1 white black, a 4/3 legendary rat pilot, who is rare. At the beginning of combat on your turn, return target vehicle card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of your next end step.
Really?
But it doesn't crew it. I mean, you can use this to crew it.
Yeah, I mean, Grease Fang has
Oh.
4 powers, so you're on your way.
He's going to crew a lot of things. But
Mhm.
you still have to crew the thing.
Right.
Yeah, Grease Fang is pretty badass.
I really like that art. I'm gonna look at the variants and see what the variant art for Grease Fang is, because there's got to be something.
While Mike does that, did you guys see Invigorating Hot Spring? I don't even care what the card does. It's just a monkey in a hot spring.
That's classic.
Just chilling. Or, I guess, warming. He looks like every old man you've ever seen in a hot tub. The same look on the face. Just...
Is
Aren't
this
you
like
having
a
fun?
new take
Yes. It's nice
This
in
looks
here.
like a new take on a wall of hats. Where it just kind of sits there, right?
I don't know. I haven't read the card. I stopped at the art. I was like, no, this is the perfect card. I don't need to know more. So what's it do?
So for 1, a red and a green, it's an enchantment. It's uncommon. It enters the battlefield with 4+1/+1 counters on it, and no, it's not a creature. So they just sit on it. Modified creatures you control have haste.
Ooh.
Remove a +1/+1 counter from Invigorating Hot Spring. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery and only once each turn, because otherwise this would be dumb.
Yeah, otherwise that would be a bit much. Here's some token creatures. They all have haste. Go. Wow, yeah, that's neat.
Right. Sorry. What card did you just read? I missed the name.
The Invigorating Hot Spring.
Invigorating Hot Springs.
Oh, okay. I hadn't read that yet. Cool.
Yeah, I'd say it's a better version of Wall of Hats.
I don't know about better, because Graft, you could get all of the tokens off at once if you played 5 creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just like the monkey.
I mean, any of them that are modified get haste.
Oh,
And
and
it
I'm
has a
sorry.
monkey on it.
I just like the monkey. Yeah, Al said it's more of a fires variation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Grease Fang does have a neon treatment anime version, but also an expanded art version where you can see more of the sweet bike.
All right, let's go check her out. Okay, great. Grease. You know what? Control F.
Yeah, Control F, because they're not in any kind of order.
Okay, so here she is with her and this. I don't know which version this is, but whatever. And then, oh yeah, that is a sweet bike. Huh? Okay. All right. But yeah, apparently, like I said, there's a Nezumi biker gang thing running through the set here and there, which is just hilarious. There was a card I wanted to talk about, and then I scrolled away. Okay, wait. There was Invigor. Oh yeah, it was the spider. The good kind of spider, not the dog-sized one that makes me crap in VR. There's a setting in the Shadowgate VR game, by the way, to turn on silly spiders so that the spiders that run at you don't look like spiders.
Oh, that's
I did
nice.
not turn this on because I was like, why would I do that? That's weird.
What do they look like instead?
I don't remember, like gumdrops with goofy legs or something.
They look like dogs that are in spider costumes.
I think that might be worse. But anyway, the spider I want to talk about is down in gold. It's Kotose, I think, the silent spider. For 3 a blue and a black, she's a 4/4 human ninja. And it says, when Kotose the Silent Spider enters the battlefield, exile target card other than a basic land card from an opponent's graveyard. Okay? Okay. Search that player's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that card and exile them. Then that player shuffles. So that's what? Extirpate? Cranial extraction? What is
surgical extraction.
Surgical extraction. Is that what it's called? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, extirpate does the same thing, just a split second.
Ah, okay. And then it says, for as long as you control Kotose, you may play one of the exiled cards, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it.
Cool.
So it's, you don't get any of these, but I get one. And also, a 4/4 ninja. Seems good.
Yeah.
I don't actually want to talk about a spider. You see, it's just her name. She's not a spider. She's a ninja. A human ninja. Human. I'm sorry, what? There's all kinds of stuff here.
There is.
Yeah. So before we started, you said there was a creature printed with the ninja type that wasn't supposed to be?
Yes.
Yeah. Chat, which card was that? Because I don't remember the name. Because
It's in blue, I think,
is it in blue?
but I don't remember.
Cyber Trespassers. No, because that says Moonfolk Rogue.
So maybe it's correct here, and it was printed incorrectly?
Or the render they made originally was incorrect. Because I remember looking back at the Unfinity preview article and noticing they had made a correction to the renders of one of the cards they had put up because they didn't do it right the first time.
Oh, it is Cyber Trespassers.
Okay.
Yeah, it says Moonfolk Rogue here, but apparently the actual English printed card says Moonfolk Ninja.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, this card is not a ninja, it's a rogue. It's going to be right in other languages, apparently. And it's going to be right, of course, in digital, where they can just change the file. And apparently it's going to be right here, even though the card here as printed does not exist, which is weird that it's here. But yeah. So that's the problem, because it says, yeah, the English printed version does not list the appropriate creature type. No matter how much they may want to be, the Trespassers are not, in fact, ninjas. Their creature type is Moonfolk Rogue, which will be reflected correctly in all other languages on Arena and on Magic Online. And in the card image gallery. So this is a lie. I mean, this is accurate, but this card doesn't exist. As printed. I don't know why that bothers me, that the misprint isn't here on the English version of the card, but whatever. Okay, let's see. What else? There's, wait a minute. I saw something earlier, and I made a mental note, and then I scratched it out. I love some of the vehicles down in colorless, like the Brute suit. It's called the Brute suit. I think a Brute suit riot is slightly different than a Zoot suit riot.
Slightly, yes.
But yeah, it's very simple. It's a 4/3 for 3 with vigilance that crews for 1, and it's common. But it's called the Brute suit.
Now that is running through my head. Thank
Brute
you
suit
so
riot.
Riot.
You're welcome. Oh, I also really love the Papercraft Decoy. Like, it's nice and simple. For 2 mana, it's a 2/1 artifact creature frog. It's common. And when it leaves the battlefield, you can pay 2. If you do, draw a card. But it's an origami frog.
If it leaves the battlefield. Also meaning if a ninja jumps out of it.
Yeah. But I'm guessing if it leaves the battlefield, it's because you picked it up and unfolded it and read the secret message.
Yes.
And you have to pay 2 to unfold it. I guess. Stark, is it in your head too? You're welcome. Oh, what's this? Oh, here is an actual photograph of the Cyber Trespassers saying Moonfolk Ninja. That was just dropped in the chat. Terrible. But why does WotC need all that quality control that we're so used to over the years when they're just making money on Arena and Secret Layers?
If they run multiple printings, because I know they do that nowadays, is it too costly to edit that sheet?
I mean, why would they bother when they could just errata it and ignore it? They don't care about paper magic anymore. Okay, that's a bit much. They clearly still do, since they're printing challenger decks that also have banned cards in them.
I mean, that's understandable. When they plan those out, they don't know what's going to get banned.
And yet they keep doing it. This is the second time ever, Mike.
2 points make a line.
Uh-huh. There's another mech called the Reckoner Bankbuster. And I don't even care what it does. It's called the Reckoner Bankbuster.
The Reckoners are the name of another gang, right?
Oh, is it?
Or group of gangs.
That's
I thought
cool.
I saw a reference to them on another card. Maybe multiples. Let's see here.
Control F Reckoner.
Yeah, basically.
There's the Reckoner Shakedown in black.
Okay, so in the flavor text of Reckoner's Bargain, okay, restricted auctions are held once a year at the Dragon's Lair, the sacred neutral meeting ground of all Reckoner gangs. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So there's multiple gangs, Reckoners.
Interesting. Oh, and the Okiba Reckoner raid down in the sagas.
Hmm.
Oh, which transforms into the Nezumi Road Captain, which gives your vehicles menace. Whoa.
Your vehicles have menace? That's
Yeah, that's what the backside says. It's a 2/2 with menace
Ooh.
that says vehicles you control have menace.
Okay,
Like
and here's more.
gang.
Yeah. And here's more in the flavor text here. United by defiant pride in their outsider status, the Nezumi of the Okiba Reckoners boast the most advanced cyberbikes and the best riders of all the Reckoner gangs.
Huh. You know why? Because they have Grease Fang. Well, that's cool. So the Bank Buster is something that the Reckoners use. So while we're here, it's a 2-mana vehicle. It's a 4/4. It crews for 3. It enters the battlefield with 3 charge counters on it. Okay. Pay 2 and tap the Bank Buster and remove a charge counter to draw a card. Then if there are no charge counters on it, you get a treasure token and a 1/1 colorless pilot that has this creature crews vehicles as though its power were 2 greater. So wait. Oh no. Okay. Because removing the charge counter is part of the cost. So I was like, so wait, if you keep doing that, can you keep making pilot? No, you can't. Because you can't remove a charge counter if there aren't any there.
Yeah.
Duh. But I had to see where the colon was. What a strange card.
Yeah, I get that's neat though. If it's not the right time to crew it up and attack with it, you can just draw a card.
Yeah, or if someone wiped all your creatures and you can't crew it, then just draw a card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stark said 8 mana, draw 3 cards. This game is off the chain. What? No, you don't sacrifice it when it's out of counters. You just don't draw more cards. It's still a 4/4 beater. And it spits out its own pilot that can drive it, which is neat. Runaway Trash Bot. Wasn't that a scene from the sequel to Pacific Rim? Pretty sure there was a runaway trash bot in that game, or that movie. That movie was not good, by the way, compared to the original.
I haven't seen either of them.
The first one is brilliant. Like, it is way better than it should have been, being a big, stupid monster smashy mech movie. Like, it was way deeper than that, but the sequel is not way deeper than that. It's still fun, but it's not, there's not as much meat there. Hmm.
So there's an artifact creature.
There is.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there's a few of them, but there's one in particular.
Love you,
Con-
Mike.
Containment construct. It's an uncommon. It's a 2/1 for 2, so it's fragile.
Oh, this card, yeah.
2/1. So it's a 2/1 construct. It's uncommon. Whenever you discard a card, you may exile that card from your graveyard. If you do, you may play that card this turn.
Yeah.
So
This card is nuts.
This little like unassuming uncommon is giving all the cards in your hand madness. And you don't even have to cast them right away. You get until the end of the turn if you need to time them right.
Yeah. Yeah, this card is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, this this set has channel.
It's channel, discard, or exile.
Channel is discard.
Discard.
It's discard?
Yeah. Otherwise, why would they put
no,
discard
sorry.
in this set?
I thought you were talking about those the marches.
No, those are exile. Right?
Marches are exile. Okay, yes.
The marches are exile. Yeah, to reduce the cost.
Yes. I do remember now that channel is also discard.
Yeah.
But, wow, yes. Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they said.
Let's see here.
Hey, Dark, anything standing out to you? Like in green?
Well, I was looking at the different equipments because I had mentioned that there are equipments in each of the colors. The only equipment in green is the spider's web spinner cuff.
Wait, that's the only one?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean, I guess green doesn't do a whole lot with enchantments and artifacts, right? So they're unnatural. So what's it do? Does it scare Chewy?
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah.
It says in the flavor text, Chewy beware. So for 2 and a green, it's a 1/4 artifact creature equipment spider that's uncommon with reach. Equipped creature gets +1/+4 and has reach. It has reconfigure of 4.
Yeah, I guess it would have to cost a lot to give you +1/+4 in reach. Because a bunch of these reconfigure creatures don't give you the stat buff. They just give you abilities. But this one makes everything into a giant, terrifying spider.
That's got a big butt.
Most spiders do have big butts. At least in this game.
They cannot lie.
Oh, damn it. Dirk beat me to it.
Yeah, there's legendary ones. There's equipment creatures in this, but that's the only artifact creature.
Yeah, that is the only one in green. That's weird. I thought it was like a set-wide thing for more than that, but no, that's the only one.
Yeah, I guess it is a set-wide thing, but because green's not really equipment-y, artifact-loving color, that's why it only has one.
So I'm not gonna dump. I swear I'm not gonna dump on the story the whole time. But directly above this, and to the right, is a card called Tomio's Safekeeping, and it's a story spotlight card because this is important to the story. For a single green, it's a common instant. Target permanent you control gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. You gain 2 life. Very, green effect. Very solid in color. All that good stuff, right? But what's happening in the story is, on the flavor text, to keep the reality chip out of Jin-Gitaxias' hands, the Wanderer entrusted it to Tomio. Clearly, that worked out for the best.
Yeah.
Clearly.
he says as he scrolls down to Tomio and goes, ah!
Yeah, and isn't there's the card that actually shows Tomio's completion or something? It's either blue or in black.
I saw that earlier, but I can't
Somewhere
remember where I
around there.
saw it. Yeah. Didn't we mention you're already dead? You were already dead last week?
Mhm.
I mean, it's so brief. You could probably mention it again.
I just don't remember if we did. Wait, Mike is giggling. Mike, tell us what you are already dead does.
I think I saw it because someone sent it to me in a text or whatever. Let me scroll back up to it. All right. You are already dead. It's a common instant for a single black. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. Draw a card.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, just from a flavor perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's
for a single black, that's pretty nice.
And it's the anime thing of someone swiping and the person going, ha ha ha, you missed. And then a second later, they're split in half. And of course, this always brings to mind, roses are red, violets are blue, omae wamo shinderu. It's a Fist of the North Star thing. Nani? No? Okay. Mike gets it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I get it too. Now that you've explained it to me.
Where is... I saw someone say that there's a card that references the Akira bike slide. Is that here or is that in the commander set?
Grease Fang's kind of doing it in the art.
I mean, that could be it. I can't... I wasn't... excuse me. I wasn't sure if there was a card that specifically was a bike slide. Or if they just meant the art reference.
And she's also holding a weapon that kind of looks like a long metal pipe.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Someone earlier said someone should read Light Paws.
Light paw. Oh, yeah,
In
I saw
white.
that earlier. It's a white legendary creature
Yeah.
that my scrolling doesn't want to land on. Light Paws, Emperor's Voice. For 1 and a white, this is a 2/2 legendary creature, Fox Advisor Bear. I'm sorry, it's not a bear, but it's a 2/2 for 2. So, bear with me.
Boo!
Whenever
I was on
an
board
aura-
until the last one.
Oh, man.
Whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, you may search your library for an aura card with mana value less than or equal to that aura, and with a different name than each aura you control. Put that card onto the battlefield attached to Light Paws, Emperor's Voice, then shuffle.
Okay, wait. So when you cast an aura, essentially, you go get a more different aura that's the same or cheaper. That's more different from all your other auras. Got it. So why didn't they just write the word, like, use in a commander deck in the art somewhere?
Those symbols behind her, if you decode them, I think that's actually what it says.
Oh, okay. I don't speak masks.
You don't speak masks? Jeez, where did you spend your, what was your minor even
I was
in?
playing Magic with you, jerks.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's a neat card to put in, that deck, like your Zur the Enchanter deck, I guess. Or wait. Yeah, Zur did stuff like that, right? Yeah.
Zur. How bizarre! How bizarre!
Oh,
Sorry.
Stark said they did write that on the card, Chewie. It's right there on the type line. Legendary creature. You're right. You got me. It totally does say just use this in Commander right there. Crap. My bad.
In the story, Light Paws is kind of the teacher for the main character planeswalker guy, Kaido. What's his face?
I can never remember his name.
Kaito.
And I think it's because you can... Yeah, Kaito Shizuki. I think it's because you can never remember his name, and I find that funny, that my brain refuses to store his name.
Well, for a main character, his development is kind of... so you can only blame me so much. But yeah. And then the Emperor, because the Emperor's getting pulled away again at the end of the story, because surprise, surprise, we couldn't stop the Phyrexians and all that good stuff. The Emperor actually appoints Lightpaws to be. She's like, Kamigawa needs an Emperor, and I can't be here, so tag you're it, and then leaves.
Yep.
So Lightpaws is kind of either the Emperor. They refuse to call them Empress for some reason. I'm not sure why. I don't know if that's a equality sort of thing or whatever, but you're the Emperor, get it done.
Is that a thing you can just hand off? I guess so. Because
if you're the Emperor, apparently. Yeah. And if she could bond with the spirit dragon thingy that's the all-color commander that's in mono white that we talked about. Yeah, if you can bond with them, congratulations, you get the job.
Neat. So, further up in white, there's a medic mech.
There's a medic mech
called the Imperial Recovery Unit. And for some reason, I didn't realize what the mech was holding in the hands. And my brain was like, I made you a cookie. And I realized that's an injured person. Whoops. But if you just replace that with a cookie, it's just what I see is a mech going, I made you this cookie. I don't know why.
I have never played a single match in Overwatch, but is this not an Overwatch character right here? I feel like it is.
I mean, not exactly, no. I guess you could make it a Zenyatta thing.
Okay.
He's a healer. What are they called in that game? I stopped playing Overwatch and all of the lore fell out of my freaking head. They're not androids. What the hell? What the hell are they called in Overwatch?
Machines?
I cannot remember what all of the
Zone, Null Zone.
Omnix. Thank you, Stark. Jesus. So seriously, I stopped playing the game and stopped thinking about it, and now it's gone.
Didn't they make another one or something?
Do what?
Like didn't they make an Overwatch Part 2 or something? Part 2?
No.
We don't want to talk about that.
Eventually, it might come out. It was revealed in like 2017 or something.
It's the Kingdom Hearts 3 of Overwatch. Gotcha.
Pretty much, yeah. But anyway, the Imperial Recovery Unit, I guess we should read it. For 2 and a white is a 3/4 vehicle that crews for 2. And when it attacks, you return target creature or vehicle card with mana 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that. And it's uncommon. I think I missed that. But yeah, something about the posture of the Imperial Recovery Unit, it just makes me giggle, and I can't not see it holding like a little plate full of cookies. Like, I made you these cookies. Maybe I'll Photoshop that in for the thumbnail. If I can find full art for Imperial Recovery Unit.
I got you some cookies. It could be holding the gingerbread man from the from the oh, what was that? What was that?
The Throne of Eldraine trailer.
The Throne of Eldraine trailer. Thank you. Yes. I got him back for you. He's only slightly damp. Thank you. Has anybody else? Has anybody? I found a mythic that was not in the thing last week.
Oh, okay. What is it?
It's in red. It's called Explosive Singularity.
That's a cool name.
It is. Nobody's covered this right yet because I had to look away for a minute, but I don't think this was covered. It costs 8 generic and 2 red mana, and it's a sorcery. So that's how you know it's serious. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may tap any number of untapped creatures you control. This spell costs 1 generic less to cast for each creature tapped this way. Explosive Singularity deals 10 damage to any target, and it is a mythic.
Huh. That's costly.
I'm not 100% sure here on whether or not it should be mythic. I mean, I guess it's 10 damage, so yeah. It's quote-unquote just a burn spell, but jeez, that's a good burn spell.
Donovan Bates said, things I didn't expect to learn in this set. Apparently Frieza has 11 toughness.
I get that reference.
Because, yeah, this is totally the Spirit Bomb, and the creatures you're tapping are lending you their energy.
It smells like deer. Oh wait, no, that's something else. Sorry.
What?
Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
But so, for 10 mana, for 10 damage.
Falls kind of short on the damage per mana test, but that's a big chunk.
Yeah. I mean, that's why it has your creatures can help cast this spell.
Thank goodness. Well, that's neat. What other anime references are we missing?
Probably more than we realize.
There's a Goblin Samurai. That, like, what? Goro Goro, Disciple of Ryusei. For 1 and a red is a legendary Goblin Samurai, who is rare. It's a 2/2. For a red, creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. That's cool. And for 3 red, this is where that comes from. You create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature token with flying. Activate only if you control an attacking modified creature. So it can't attack this turn even if you give it haste because you're already attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I don't like that bit of design for some reason.
I mean, I'm sure it's done that way to keep it balanced, but you feel like it's inelegant.
Yeah, like, why give it the ability to give your creatures haste if you can't use it for the token creature that it creates?
You can use it for other stuff?
Well, yeah, it seems like that other stuff needs to be on a different card. I don't know, that just bothers me. That seems clunky as hell. Stark said, but you can theoretically do this multiple times on one attack if you have 5 times X mana. I mean, that's true. Because it's not a legendary token. Which did not occur to me at all, that you could just do it again next turn. Because it doesn't have to be Gora Gora that's attacking. It's just any sort of modified creature.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the giving creatures haste is so you can attack with a modified creature?
Or it's just something
Excuse me.
interesting to do while you're waiting to get up to that point where you have the modified creature and the 5 mana to spare.
I guess. I don't know. Those two things on this card bother me.
Yeah, they don't work together.
There's a pig.
The equipment pig.
Who's a good boy?
No, there's a channel pig. Is there an equipment pig?
Yeah, bronze plate boar.
Oh my god, there's multiple pigs. What's that one do?
Well, it's a boar, not a pig. But for 2 and a red, it's an
They
equipment.
call me Mr. Sorry, go ahead.
Equipment boar. That's uncommon. Is a 3/2, has trample, and equipped creature gets +3/+2 and has trample, and it has reconfigure of 5.
That is not cheap. But I guess for +3
No.
power and trample, it kind of needs to be not cheap at uncommon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the other one is an Ironhoof boar, which is a 5 and a red for a 5/4 artifact creature boar with trample and haste. And has channel of 1 and a red and discard to give a target creature +3/+1 and trample. Wow, that's pretty good. I like both parts of that card for a common. But yeah, the bronze plate boar, I also like. You like the weapon boar. I'm like, I mean, it's an artifact, but it has channel. And you're like, what? No, this one's stupid. I'm like, oh, there's another pig? There's 2 pigs in this set!
You get a pig. And you get a pig.
And no one else. Unless there are other pigs I haven't seen yet. This set is really freaking weird.
It is.
Like there's a gold creature down here whose art keeps catching my eye. Ryu, and I think this is Ryu because it's spelled Raiyyuu. But Ryu Storm's Edge for 2 a red and a white. And I don't know what this card does, but the art is amazing. So I'm gonna read this card. It's a legendary creature, human samurai. That's rare. It's a 3/3, 3/3 for 4, with first strike. And whenever this one. Okay, yeah. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, untap it. If it's the first combat phase of the turn, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. So yeah, I had seen this before. It turns out it's the not quite exalted thing of when samurai or warrior taps alone, do a thing.
Do you also see the Blade of the Oni?
The Blade of the Oni. No.
It's in black.
We talked about it last week.
Oh,
we did? Okay, never mind. No.
Oh yeah, that one's cool. What the hell is going on in the art next to it? No. Stop that.
Art next
Yeah,
to
the
it.
biting palm ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Stop that. No, I can't stop looking at it.
It reminds me of D the Vampire Hunter.
So, Biting Palm Ninja, have we not talked about this? I guess we haven't.
No.
we haven't.
For 2 and a black is a 3/3 human ninja. So 3 for a 3/3. It has an ninjutsu of 2 and a black, so same cost. It enters the battlefield with a menace counter on it. Which, if you're ninjaing it out, doesn't matter. But hey, remember how we talked about last week? Hey, they're using the ability counters. Yeah. Whenever Biting Palm Ninja deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a menace counter from it. When you do, that player reveals their hand, and you choose a non-land card from it. Exile that card.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you find a way to bounce it and get the counter back. That can do a lot of damage and
Yeah.
rip their hand apart.
A 3/3. A 3/3 modified creature for 3 is just really, really good
Yeah.
and useful.
Stark said, Chewie, the name warns you. It has a name tag that says, hello, my name is Horrifying. Yeah. I didn't see the name. I was looking at Blade of the Oni, and my eye happened to catch the palm that was biting. And I went, ugh.
I think this is the new concept art for Scorpion in the new Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah, this is totally what they used in the original Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah.
Chifuji said that art is the premium draft splash screen? Are they trying to make people not do premium drafts? Huh? Donovan Bain said, I love the implication that having a toothy maw in your hand is what gives you a menace counter. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah, I know if someone held out their hand to me and said, halt, and their hand snapped at me, I would be like, I'm halting. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go the other way. I'll see you later. No, I won't. I'm leaving. I'm moving away from this country.
Any other requests, good sir?
Halt. Anyway, all right.
Did we ever talk about Tezzeret?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is a betrayer of flesh.
He's mono blue again, right? Yeah, we talked about him.
'Cause I know we had mentioned that he's there. I don't remember us going over his card was what I was having problems with.
Yeah, we did that, I think, 2 weeks ago. Yeah. He's good.
They reprinted Thirst for Knowledge.
Yeah, they did. Like, a card that I never thought would ever see print again in a standard legal set. And there it is. Thirst for Knowledge. Plain as day. Yeah, because we couldn't remember the card that Tezzeret's +1 ability was a powered down version of. Turns out it's this one, and it's right next to him. And he's on the art.
Right next to it. Yeah. He's like,
Yeah,
hey.
we couldn't remember the name.
Granted, it wasn't out at the time.
Right over here.
But still.
Yeah.
There's another ninja down here that I just saw the art and the name, and it makes me happy. The Thousand-Faced Shadow. Now that is a badass name for a ninja.
Yes.
Well, what's it do, Mike?
So, for a single blue, it's a 1/1 human ninja with flying. It also has ninjutsu of 2 blue. When Thousand-Faced Shadow enters the battlefield from your hand, if it's attacking, create a token that's a copy of another target attacking creature. The token enters the battlefield tapped and attacking.
Oh. So you can make... Excuse me if I hit the mic there. So you can make a copy of any of your attacking creatures except, just so we're clear, except the one that you ninjutsu'd back to your hand.
Right.
Because Thousand-Faced Shadow wasn't out yet.
Right.
But that's a neat ability.
It is. And it only does that when you're ninjutsuing it, or if you find some other card that puts a creature from your hand onto the battlefield attacking. There are a couple out there. But as a 1/1 flyer for a single blue mana, it also goes very well in a ninja deck because you have a cheap evasive creature.
It also goes well in a set that has lots of equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Because a cheap evasive creature, you can go, here, take this big ass thing and hit them in the face with it very easily. Yeah, it's a floor wax. It's a dessert topping. I like this card. Oh, Tomio's Completion. There it is, Brian. We found it. It's in blue.
Oh yeah.
What does this do? For 3 and a blue, it's a flash aura that's common. Enchant artifact, creature, or planeswalker. Okay, when it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted permanent. If it's an equipment, unattach it. Oh. So, okay. And then enchanted permanent loses all abilities and doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Damn, that's just an actual shutdown.
Yeah.
Mm.
Costs 4 to do it, so.
Wow, that's... With Flash? That's gross.
I'll pay for that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's common? That's gross. I don't like that at all. And by that I mean that's pretty good for common.
Yeah.
Also, hey look, Spell Pierce. Yeah.
Good old Spell Pierce.
Yeah, I mean the art is also gross on Tomio's Completion.
I don't.
So I guess that's fair.
I haven't. I've seen it, and I've started to look at it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna knock myself out to really study what's going on in the art here. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. There was another bit of removal. I think it was in white that was really good. It was... Hang on. I'll know it when I see it. Or not. Maybe not. I think it was in white. Maybe not.
What was it?
I don't know. Maybe it was... No, Intercessor's Arrest costs 3. That's enchant permanent for 2 and a white. An enchanted permanent can't attack, block, or crew vehicles. And its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Maybe that is the one I was thinking of. That's not bad. You know, thinking in limited terms. Oh yeah, we should mention Farewell.
Yeah. It's costly, but...
Yeah, but look at what it does.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brian, have you seen Farewell?
I have. For 4 and 2 white, it is. I mean, you remember what was it? Final. Uh, the one with Okagachi on it from original Kamigawa that was exile all creatures, just straight up.
Yeah.
This has vibes of that, where it's just at the time that was like, oh, ultimate board wipe. And since then they've had more creature types or more permanent types, so it doesn't kill as much stuff as it used to. This is now kill as many of the things as you want. So Farewell for 4 and 2 white, it's a sorcery, it's rare. Choose one or more. Exile artifacts, exile all creatures, exile all enchantments, and exile all graveyards. Mike.
So yeah, this card is... I mean, it costs 6, but holy crap.
Yeah.
Only slightly insane, yes.
Yeah, seems good.
It does not hit planeswalkers, which I think is kind of interesting. I could see that being on this card, but they did not go that route.
Damn it, Donovan Bain, you beat me to it. He said in the chat, "To all the earthly remains," which is a song that oh no, Eurydice.
Not
There we
familiar
go.
with that band.
That Eurydice is singing when you find her in Hades. It's a good song. Farewell. It's very. It's really touching. Especially spoilers later in the game when Orpheus and Eurydice are singing it together. It always makes me tear up when I hear both of their voices. I'm like, oh, such a good game. I played it again. Not last night. Last night we finished Boba Fett. The previous night, Tuesday night, because I was like, I'm gonna play some Dead Cells, and Dead Cells kicked the crap out of me, and I went, okay, let's try it again.
Boba Fett over?
And then I died again, and I went, let's play Hades instead. And then I got 2 more clears on Hades. Do what?
I'm saying, is Boba Fett over?
Yeah. Last episode came out yesterday.
I guess I need to start watching it then.
I thought you'd watch some of it.
No, not yet.
Oh.
Which is why I didn't want to talk about it.
Oh, Dark. I thought you just weren't. I thought you'd watch the first couple episodes or something. Never mind. Maybe that was someone else. But yeah, it's over now. Let us know what you think when you get through it.
Okay, I will.
In Phineas, you do need to get back to Hades at some point. I realized I've only got 1 achievement left in Hades, and it's essentially clear a 16 heat run because I have to unlock Skelly's other gift or whatever. And the first run I did was a 14, like when I opened it back up for the first time in like 5 months, by the way, was a 14 heat run with the adamant rail, which is, I have the highest heat on the gun, believe it or not. That seems weird to me, but whatever. And I managed to get through it. So only 2 more clears with the gun and I'll unlock the thing and have all the achievements. Yes. But anyway, I only stopped playing it because I thought people were getting sick of it. But it turns out I don't care if people are getting sick of it. The game is freaking good. I might not do that on stream, though. I might just, actually play a game for fun and not for content.
Blasphemy.
I was going to say, did you believe that? Because I didn't believe that, and I'm the one that said it.
Oh.
Oh. It's magic. The game. No. Demonetized. So anyway, what, Mike? Or did you forget?
I just put 2 and 2 together about some of the things I saw. There are some Yamazaki siblings in this set.
Yeah, we mentioned them last week.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the poet, and what's the red one?
The poet and the general.
General, yeah. Yeah, I think it's really cool that instead of the same card twice, which is essentially what Brothers Yamazaki was in the original, we've got 2 different ones. And I love that the flavor text goes with them. Like Heiko Yamazaki, the general's flavor text is, "I prefer to let my sword do the talking." And
Norika
Yamazaki's the poet is, the blades will have their say, but peace is built with words. Which I know we said that last week, but still, that's really cool. Yay.
Yay.
And there's a pupper.
Anything else?
I mean, probably. Where are... Okay, look at that's a big-ass thing.
So you mentioned a lot of pop culture stuff,
Yeah.
and I saw this art at like during the stream 2 weeks ago, the beginning of previews, and I was like, I don't know. I know we're into a more modern setting right now, but I don't know if I'm all about DJs. And now I found the card that this art goes to, and it's in red. It's called Tawashi Song Shaper, and I don't know. I mean, the card itself is fine. It's pretty straightforward. For one in a red, it's a 2/2 artifact creature, human artificer, not a bear. It is common, and it has whenever another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Very much a red thing to do in the theme of the set, but it's a DJ on Kamigawa.
Nice.
And I kind of hate it a little bit, but you know what? I'm an old crotchety man, so uh, if you enjoy it, I'm not at all the guy that's like, "Oh, you can't like it." I'm like,
It does seem
that's a thing.
woefully out of place, doesn't it? And the flavor text is most uprisers augment their bodies for speed, strength, or protection, but a few just want to be one with the music.
How to say you're a hipster without saying you're a hipster?
Wiki, wiki, wiki.
And I don't even know what the word hipster really means, so I'm probably using it wrong.
Is it because you're old?
It's because I'm old. Yeah.
Check out the bouffant on the Upriser Renegade right below it.
Upriser. Oh yeah, I dig the clearly a 50s greaser in like cyberpunk Blade Runner universe.
That's also a reference to Japanese street culture. I don't know how popular it is nowadays.
Are pompadours a thing in
For a short period of time, it was among some people.
Huh.
I don't know if anyone still does it anymore.
Oh.
You're not in on that?
Okay.
You're not.
Donovan Bain said Watsy made a very hot take of a stance by saying that DJs are artificers, not bards. I would go that DJs... Okay, DJs who just play other people's music are artificers.
Mm-hmm.
But DJs who play their own music are bards. So clearly the Tawashi Song Shaper is not like Daft Punk. They're like wedding DJ.
Yeah. You know, DJ what's his face down at the club.
DJ such and such.
Now, for a limited time, DJ such and such. Put it up.
The ugly one.
Oh. And on that note, it's like 10:15, so Dirk's already asleep.
Pretty much.
All right, yeah, we'll stop here. There's so much. There's just so much stuff going on, and this set especially seems extra packed with stuff that you just want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like we still, this is the third week in a row we've missed the spinning wheel kick. So I'm gonna read it real quick.
Oh yeah, spinning wheel kick is awesome.
Spinning wheel kick for XX green is an uncommon sorcery that says target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each of X target creatures and or planeswalkers. So if you pay 4 mana for this, which is X of 1, then one of your creatures knocks the hell out of one other creature or planeswalker. Which seems really bad.
Well, the or planeswalker part is a nice add.
Okay, yeah, the planeswalker part, that's a good point.
But it's still expensive.
And it doesn't get any better as you scale up, because then it goes to 6 mana to knock the hell out of 2 things, which that's probably a good spot for limited. Because at
spend
that
one
point,
card.
you probably win.
Kill 2 things. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just the fact that it's an anime attack. But anyway, look, I looked away from chat. Spinning wheel kick. Donovan Main said, spinning wheel kick. Every magic mechanic is just kicker. I mean, not every mechanic, but most of them.
Love it. I love it a little bit because it's kicking and it's kicker.
But okay, so how about we pause there or stop there. Next week maybe we'll go to the Commander set, which I don't think we've done for like the last many sets.
No, we haven't.
But because by the time we get done looking at these sets, we're sort of sick of talking about Magic cards for previews. No. But maybe we'll do that next week because, there's more.
We'll leave our options open.
We will leave our options open. We might next week be like, you know what? Magic sucks. We're going to talk about peanut butter giving you the poops.
Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
We're just getting demonetized over and over here.
Sorry.
So, dorks, final thoughts. What you got?
I don't know. For me, this week has just been a blah week. That's no, I don't have anything. I want to talk about the Book of Boba Fett, but
no, you don't.
But I don't. I can't. It's not that I couldn't, but I can't. That's about all I got.
I will say about the Book of Boba Fett, there's a structural weakness in the way the episodes are laid out, but I still really enjoyed it, even though I didn't know any of the let's see, we'll call them Easter eggs, because I didn't know any of those things. But apparently for people that did, it was amazing.
It was.
See?
And don't just take Dirk's word at it.
Do what?
I said don't just take Dirk's word at it. Or you could.
They were very good. Yeah. I've been a Star Wars person for a very long time. As in, since high school, I've read the Legend stuff. And when the cartoons came out, or the animated series, I watched all of them. Yeah. I've read several of the books, including the Aftermath series, which includes certain characters that have shown up in The Mandalorian and in the Book of Boba Fett. So, yeah.
Sorry, the Book of Boba Fett, right? Yeah. I swear I heard you say the Book of Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Which is a different story entirely.
Yeah, Boba Fett, you can see his gut sticking out from the bottom of his chest piece. And his helmet's not on his head. It's sitting on the ground next to him, and he uses it to spit chewing tobacco into it.
As a spit can. Ding!
Oh, Lord.
So, well, that's it for me. I am tired. I've got to go to bed. So, I will talk with you guys later.
Night, Zerk.
Not all.
Good night.
Boba Fett.
So, for my final thoughts, yeah, I'm behind on. I haven't seen any episodes yet, but looking forward to watching it. Our subscription to Discovery Plus, under a trial period, is about to expire, so we've been watching a lot of Food Network because when we had cable, we loved to just kind of have Food Network on. One of my favorite shows is Worst Worst Cooks in America because they find people that really are
The worst.
the worst, just the worst. And like everybody's been there at some point, so you get it. But it's really the funniest episodes are the first couple when they just haven't had any training and you're like, "No, you can't, you know, what'd one guy do? You can't oh yeah, you can't fry chicken in vanilla. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't. So those are always my favorite episodes. Um, so we've just been kind of doing that while we've still got the subscription because we're probably not going to renew it. Um, but I intend to get back on the Bubba Fett train.
Yeah.
Otherwise, work is work and life is life, and it has its ups and its downs. And had some trying times lately, but the sun will come up tomorrow and all that good stuff. And
Bet your
um,
bottom dollar. Look, if we're getting demonetized, we're getting full on demonetized.
oh yeah,
That was an Annie
no, I mean
reference.
that's pretty much all I got. I haven't played a whole lot of Magic because because it just hasn't been a thing to do lately. But I feel like I'm kind of trailing off here. Just it's been good to talk to you guys, and I'm glad all of us are doing okay. And I hope everyone out there is doing well too.
Yeah. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Check that out. This is what I just sent to Brian chat.
Yeah, thank you. And on that note, it's
It's
time for me to go home.
it's the full art for Tawashi Song Shaper. Because I knew Brian really wanted to see it.
Bye bye.
Night, B. Oh, he just.
He hung up.
Dang. Well, Mike, you're the only one left.
um, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, yeah, life stuff, etc. Like Brian was saying, it's been certainly happening to me. Not really, not life stuff, just work stuff. That barely counts. It's just the same thing over and over. It's like nothing big and important. It's just a bunch of, ugh,
It's just a bunch of.
yeah,
That sums up work, yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. I was talking to someone and wondering about like not knowing when things will calm down, and they're like, "Well, how will you know when things have calmed down?" I'll be like, "I kind of don't because there's a lot of stuff that happens. Like, oh, remember this? It needs to be changed again." I'm like, "Thanks." Yeah, there's a lot of surprise-based events.
That's not what you want with work.
No, I mean, you can't it's just part of the deal, but it shouldn't be the whole deal. Unless that's just kind of the excitement you like, and that is not the kind of excitement I like. It is not my thing.
Yeah, Mike is way more into like I don't know, Chandra covered in olive oil. I'm sorry, what?
I'm way more into having a plan for something and being able to like work thoughtfully on it. And being surprised and having to hurry is just pleasant.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe I will actually stick my neck out and find something else. But I need to make a plan for that too, to make sure it goes smoothly. So
Speaking
I don't want
of-
to just
Oh, go ahead.
end up in something that I don't want to just end up with something that's equally as frustrating and stupid.
Oh, so you're not gonna get into YouTube then? It's probably better that way. Yeah. Speaking of having a plan, so guess what I did today, Mike? Don't, you won't. I finally created the Deep End YouTube channel.
Oh.
It took all of like 4 clicks. I just forgot I hadn't done it yet. And that made me realize I never actually got anyone to make the logo.
Oh.
Because Lex was like, I'm not going to be able to do this anytime soon. I was like, okay. And then I sort of focused on getting the intro animation done and never got anyone to make the logo. So yeah. That's a small problem because I was like, all right, now let me upload the... Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna I guess I'll poke Cheyenne and see if she's interested in doing that too, since she did such a good job with the intro animation. Because like I said, I know what I want it to look like. I just don't have the ability to make that happen physically. So I need well, I don't know how to change my own oil either, so I pay a mechanic for that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to make a logo the way I want it to look, so I pay an artist for that.
Yep.
I can't change the toilet main. That's why the little baby Jesus invented plumbers. Speaking of which, I finally got to go see the parents this weekend, Mike.
Oh, good.
And see their sweet new bathroom.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, they got it done. I think the last time that I saw them, like
Mm-hmm.
The contractor was coming the next day to do it. And then we had, 6 more weeks of winter, and I either was busy dashing, desperately trying to make up the last bit of the month, or the 2 previous weeks I did not feel safe driving down there. So yeah, it's nice. They got a nice big like walk-in shower now, and the old man won't hit his head, and he won't,
Mm-hmm.
he can turn around without slamming his elbow into the wall and swearing loudly. Because their shower before was just a tiny little thing. I hated it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's pretty baller.
That's great.
Yeah, and then the old man made filet mignon stir fry. And he did a bang up job. Dude, I could cut the filet mignon in the stir fry with the side of my fork. Like it was,
That's great.
it was super tender. Like, oh. Anyway, then I had the rest of it for dinner a couple nights ago. And that's the night. I think that was Monday. Whatever day it was that I didn't stream, because I ate it and then I woke up an hour later because he made more than probably they should have, so I had slightly more than like 1 serving, for leftovers, but not enough to split into two because then it would have been two like less than filling meals.
Yeah.
So I just ate it all and then passed out. Woke up at like, oh God, it was just before 9. I was like, I was supposed to stream like an hour ago. Whoops. So yeah, that was a problem. But anyway. But yeah, I have also been kind of meh lately. I'm not entirely sure why. So the last few days I've had a hard time like focusing.
Yeah.
But most of that was I don't wanna. Today I could not. I sat here at the desk after I made the channel, which, like I said, took all of 4 clicks, and then realized I hadn't made a logo, and then like just sat here staring at monitors, just sort of clicking around randomly for like 45 minutes before I was able to snap out of it and realize, wow, I've done literally nothing since I sat down. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's going on in my head. But anyway, hey, I should probably do the lifeguard thing. So you can go to patreon.com/themanapool to sign up to become a lifeguard. You know the deal by now. Let me thank the mythic lifeguards. Let's do it in whatever order it's in. I legit can't tell how it's sorted. So, okay. Thank you to Al, Kim Ho, Scuzzo, John Parker, Jake Jansen's, Beardy Man, Tomio Hillis, are you? PJ McMullen, Violet Moon. Maybe. Nope. The Beast Father, Aaron Goodwine, Jason Kaus, Andrew Hunt, Cody Buckowing, Casey, Gothic Man, Pinball Witch, Scroll, Jason Doan, Mr. Dr. Lewis, Connor Kennedy, and ALK Alters, whose Twitter profile picture is Mr. Yuck. You remember the Mr. Yuck stickers, Mike?
Maybe.
They were like stickers that you put on things that are poison. It's like a green face with a like sticking.
Oh,
its
yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. There was a discussion about that randomly, I think yesterday. People were like, "What is your profile picture?" And he's like, "Don't you know Mr. Yuck?" I was like, "I know Mr. Yuck." Anyway, it's an 80s thing. You had to be there. Literally, you had to be there. Otherwise, it doesn't make any damn sense. But that's ALK Alters. But anyway, so with that, we're going to stop now because we've been going forever. This is episode 643 of the Mana Pool. Thank you all so very much for joining us. And DJs aren't bards?